try to be good to them and not have it wind up hurting you in the process. It's an interesting life purpose.
Very interesting.
Right, if that's her life purpose, that means she has to make a few errors in that, right? Absolutely. Does Sherlock catch the bad guy in chapter 1? If he does, it's not the real bad guy or he escapes. There's no story.
I'm Donna.
Yes, you are. Am I hurting you?
So I sprained my thumb not too
How
long
about
ago.
this one?
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you are a little pushy. Okay. Well. And what's wrong with that? Okay. I'll tell you what is a little bit more interesting. You're going to have to turn this off also because we'll run out of battery power.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was up.
Okay, good. So, by the way, do you have a busy mind? Let me answer. You have a very busy mind. Are you not thinking of 18 things all over the place all at the same time? How many books are you reading at once?
Just one, when I can.
Only one book? Oh my God, you're...
I have very little time to read.
Oh, yeah. Under normal circumstances, you would have multiple books going at once because you have a busy mind that wants to examine everything and take things in. Also, how are you about doing what you said you were going to do? Aren't you like an A+ in the world of responsibilities? Don't you do your dishes? Let's talk about this a little.
Plus.
Well, yeah, well, let's talk a little. So, you were here this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that I went to Switzerland, 29 consecutive years. And have you ever been to Switzerland? The trains run on time in Switzerland. So I'm on the train. I don't understand all of German, but I understand what the guy is saying over the loudspeaker. The train will be 4 minutes late to the station. Imagine a bus in San Francisco being 4 minutes late. Did they announce that? We're sorry we're late. If we caused a problem, we're sorry
You
for it.
can't understand them if they even try to tell you.
They wouldn't bother. I mean, 4 minutes late is better than on time here. But somebody like you, or 180 people like you run the trains in Switzerland. So I was out there a long time, and a certain generation, your age and up, have been running the trains there all this time. And the hands of the 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds are super slackers. They don't like all that trains on time stuff. I mean, each person is an individual case. But there is an explosion brewing in that country when the slacker generation, when the older generation retires and the slackers take over the trains, and the trains stop running on time because nobody cares. Okay.
I'll be in the nursing home.
Yeah, but can you get my point about you? You're trying to get every train on time. There's a danger. You're living in America where 0.1% care about that as much as you do. You're in danger of doing Tina's trains. You're in danger of Tina's friends bringing trains over so that you can take care of them. Because when somebody gives you a responsibility that's theirs, they don't have to give it to you. All they have to do is kind of like not do theirs. If you show up, their trains get organized. So I'm saying that you have A+ responsibility, and there's a danger when anybody has A+ anything, that they wind up taking care of things, in this case, taking care of responsibilities that don't belong to them. People will try to foist their responsibilities on you consciously or unconsciously, and you're inclined to take them.
Because I do a good job.
Well, damn right, you do a good job, but, I brought my taxes with me. Would you mind getting them done by Monday? Because I'm busy and look at all the hands I have to read here. You don't mind doing that, do you?
I'll be happy to.
You were supposed to say the opposite. Jesus, you are pushy. Just take instruction. Okay. Okay. So you do understand that life purpose can easily be counterintuitive. Have you gotten that yet?
No.
From me?
I'm
Life
good.
purpose can easily be counterintuitive. So one of the things, you could have had a get things done in the world life purpose. You could have. And wouldn't you have like the perfect hands for getting things done? There are all sorts of people whose whole life purpose is to demonstrate. That's my name for it. Can you demonstrate getting things done? You had all these lifetimes in the monastery, great. Now get something done, get anything done this lifetime and report to the gates of heaven. Those people have the hardest time in the world getting, and they can't tie their shoelaces, poor guys. If you were offered a life purpose, get things done, you could have had that done by you at 6 months old. You would have got more done than a lot of people. But you don't have one of those life purposes. I've already seen enough to know you don't. No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. I need a closer look on this one. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay, so we had 9 loops in a whirl on with Mercury. So, so Tina knows hand jargon, so I could say a lot to her in just a few words. So, your life purpose, you're here to be a healer at the Earth University. Are you already working in that regard? Yeah. Your job is to help people be more connected to who they really are. That will happen the degree to which your hand says that your life lesson is emotional connection. And the thing is, you're so good at doing things. And you don't get credit in this lifetime for what you actually do. You get credit in this lifetime for the emotional connection that you have that inspires others to get things done for themselves. So when you plant a row of corn, you get no points, you get no life purpose points. But when Bob with his wooden leg plants a row of corn finally, because somehow in connecting with Bob, he was transformed through his relationship with you. And now even as he hops on his wooden leg, he gets the row of corn planted. That goes in your ledger.
That's beautiful.
That's your life purpose.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have an extension if this is helpful.
Donna, would you, oh, Amanda, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Karen.
So you have one foot in front of the chair. There you go. All right.
Yeah, I'm just seeing how much we have. We're still at 70%.
I'm going to push your sleeves back. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And are we recording?
Yes.
I'm going to move your chair just a little, Amanda. Okay. You okay with that?
Yes, so
Okay, say your name.
Amanda.
Well done. Okay, let me look at your hand. Well, you got ink on your hands, Amanda. You're trying to write your life purpose for me, make my job easier. But it
Yeah.
doesn't make my job easier. Okay, interesting stuff. So, one of the things I see in your hands is your double-sized throat chakra. That's very interesting. So I'm going to want to look at your fingerprints and find out why you were designed to, you're designed for communications. You are designed for having what's going on with you impact other people's worlds. Whether you do that through singing, writing, or in some other way, delivering a message to other people. You have twice the equipment than the average person has for self-expression. So when I find that in somebody's hands, I figure there's a good reason they purchased that extra equipment. Anyway, that's the first thing I saw when you opened your hands. Let's see what else I got here. Okay, let me look at the other hand for a second. Okay. One hand, remember, I don't know if you were there, I said when the two hands are different, on the one hand you're one way, but on the other hand you're the other way. So on the one hand, this is a very open, easy to get to know person over here, connective, empathetic, like that. This hand is a very private, leave me alone, I need my own space, don't bug me type of hand. Both are true about you. It's like there's two vice presidents, Vice President A and B, and they have different ideas about what a good day would be. Okay. But you do have that, that's a big throat chakra. Have you seen one that big? No, it's got the biggest. Biggest in southern, or in the southern part of Northern California. Okay.
Can you speak up just a little bit?
Yeah, thanks for telling me.
Thank you.
Do you want the?
Yeah, do that for me, yeah. Get it close if you will, and put it back at that angle. There we go. Good. So we had two whirls so far, and then a loop, and a whirl, and kind of sort of a whirl, peacocky. Okay, close enough. And that's a composite whirl. I need a different angle. There we go. Yeah, it's a whirl, That's a whirl. That's a whirl. And that's a loop. Oh, that's interesting. But there are lines of genius over here. Ooh. Tricky fingerprints. Ooh. Tricky. Okay. So Saturn was a loop. And Mercury was almost a loop. And then left Mercury was a loop. You have a trickier life purpose story than most. I'm taking some time. Can you hear my brain? Can you hear my marbles moving around and circling? Click, click, clack, click, clack, clack. I need a few seconds to process what I saw there. Okay. Okay. Right. So, wait till you hear this. I've come up with something. So, you're in one of the service-oriented life purposes, but you have not one of the more standard service opportunities that I've run into a billion times. Instead, you have a kind of quirky, different one than average. One of the pieces of the service that you're here to accomplish, this piece is easy enough for me to interpret. The second half of this is quirkier and trickier. What does it all mean? But part of what you came to do in this lifetime is to be compensated for your service. So we have a whole series of lifetimes for you if you believe that stuff. I do. But we have a whole series of lifetimes for you where you were of service to others, but you didn't get paid for doing it, which apparently was fine for you. And then you applied for your Masters of Service degree, and they said, pardon me, Masters of Service can serve in any and all conditions. We want you to serve and get paid for serving. And you said, ah, as your hair caught on fire. I don't want to get paid for it. I just want to do what I want to do. And they go, good, yeah, that's what we have in mind. Do what you want to do. I thought you said my lifetime is of service, right? But you're saying do what you want to do, right? A, do what you want to do, don't do what you don't want to do. Be of service to other people and get paid. When you're doing all three simultaneously, you're on purpose. In other words, you're not doing anything that you don't want to do. People are paying for what they get in a way appropriate for what you accomplished in your connection to them. And the way I see you doing this, I see you alternately in some way doing something that extends you out into other people's world, either through writing, singing, whatever it is that you do. I see you in some way extending out and then retreating to your sanctuary. Extending out, sanctuary. I guess it's like Barbara Streisand. She comes out of her sanctuary every few years, makes a few $1 million, and goes back to her sanctuary. But you're not Barbara, you're Amanda. So you'll have to come up with your own way of doing this. But one of the things I can say easiest for you, the part that is not controversial in terms of what could that possibly mean, is that you are in a service lifetime, and you do need it to pay you appropriately for what you have accomplished for other people. That's twice that theme has come up already in the short number of hands I've read. Because you've already done enough of your service no pay lifetimes. And you've done so much of that, you got martyred a few times while you were busy doing all that. This is a no martyrdom lifetime. Okay? That's your reading.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Richard, do you think if we moved up a little bit, we could hear a little bit better?
Are you saying you can't hear me?
Well, I'm really straining. I mean, I don't want to sit on your lap, but I'm just thinking.
You don't want to sit on my lap?
No. I mean, if you could just.
I'll talk louder. I'd rather just talk.